quality of game, bad.
That's what I would imagine.
You know what's crazy about Southeast Asia though? I think I grew up hearing and knowing that like Southeast Asia, the play style is very like grassroots, like almost Brazilian, because it's so like not industrialized. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
But they're really bad. They're not good. They're not Brazilian.
Is it a different rule set?
No, it's the same rules.
Are they able to throw elbows?
I think so.
Makes sense.
I think also they're malnourished. They're tiny. They're smaller.
yeah, probably changes the play style. Huh?
Right, and I think there's a lack of actual pathways to become great.
Yeah,
and there's no like trickle down because of that.
How many baht do professional Thai players earn?
Dude, not a lot. But they are getting a lot of European players. I think it's kind of cool nowadays. I know their league is getting better. This is all. Who cares?
Yeah, I can't believe you came back from Thailand.
Who fucking cares?
Episode about Thailand.
Just talking about the
opening
soccer.
with soccer.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be
Thai
back.
Soccer. Did you play at all when you were over there?
I played once.
Jesus,
It was kind of sick. It was awesome.
Cool.
It was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, this podcast is about blunders, mistakes, flops. One of my blunders is I was playing the game, and the host of the game, I was like, "Oh man, like where are you from?" Because like it's all international people.
Yeah.
Right. This is like expat soccer.
Yeah.
I like found a Facebook group. So I was like, "Hey, like where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, Myanmar." I was like, "Oh, cool." Like,
oh wow.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, cool." Like, are you liking Thailand? And he kind of looked at me and he was like, not so much. And I was like, oh yeah. And he was like, yeah, we just the situation at home in my country is just not good. Do you know what's going on there? There's a civil war.
Yes. Yes.
So there's tons of refugees dispersing through Southeast Asia.
Oh, so he was a refugee.
He's a refugee.
Not an entitled American tourist.
Right, who's just like, what's going? How are you? Are you liking Thailand?
Trying to pick up. He's playing a pickup game of soccer.
Yeah.
To escape the reality of his home country.
Yeah, being destroyed.
And then Art comes up, hey!
I literally didn't know what to say. I was like, oh yeah. I've heard. Heard it's pretty bad.
Civil War.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got to play a little soccer. Soccer kind of like a civil war.
Dang.
Yeah, the stakes were, but it was actually really fun. It was actually pretty cool. Met people from like Canada. There's other Myanmar people who played with us who were friends with him. And I was like, damn, that's one of my blunders.
One of them. Wasn't there a huge earthquake while you were there?
Dude, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you checked in like 3 days later as well. I thought that was funny.
There's a time difference.
Yeah, 3-day time difference.
Yeah, the seismic shock didn't get here until 3 days after.
No, I appreciated you. It was
how
funny.
many people really checked in?
For me, like 2 people. Not even. Like 1.
Well, there you go. Me?
Well, it's funny. We were I was.
Oh no, my podcast!
Yeah.
When I saw the headline 3 days later, oh no, my podcast!
Dude, if I lost this podcast, my life would be. I would kill myself. I would White Lotus myself. No, it was funny. We were in the air. Like I was flying from Bangkok south to my mom's hometown. And when we landed, my family was like, there was a big earthquake in Bangkok, and in my mind I was like, that's AI. Like there's no way my family figured out. Like they had footage of like an earthquake. I'm like, that's not real.
Right, because you were just there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like that, and then like no one else was talking about it. Like everyone seemed pretty chill. So I was like, whatever. And then I looked into it. I'm like, oh, there actually was an earthquake.
Right.
And no one was hurt. Everyone was chill. But Lauren, my girlfriend, this was funny. Her mom like hit her up a bunch of times because she thought like she was in. She knew she was in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she had to be like, hey, I'm good. Everything's fine. But it was a moment.
You're ruining
of
my
panic.
trip, Mom.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop calling me. No, it was actually very sweet. She even hit me up to be like, hey, are you guys okay? And I'm like, yeah, everything's fine.
So just me and Lauren's mom worried about our baby Art.
Yeah. But her mom hit her up the moment of. I could have been dead for 2 or 3 days.
Sorry, I forgot my friend was in Thailand.
Yeah, it's okay. No, I had a few friends hit me up.
Natural disasters just feel so far away. Now you forget.
Oh, this is
You forget they affect real people in your life.
Did you see any footage from the earthquake at all?
I saw like a building collapse.
Dude, so that building, that's like the main building that collapsed. There was not a lot of damage, but there's apparently been so many Chinese real estate investors like coming into Thailand.
And they got fucked.
Well, they've been skirting safety measures because they want to build fast.
Yes.
And that's why that building collapsed.
Wow.
And the day after, like literally the day after, they all left. All the Chinese like investors, they were just gone.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at Mother Earth.
They're like, sorry,
Purging
later.
Thailand from
of
their
the
Chinese invaders.
No, they don't. They're avoiding jail time.
Isn't that crazy? Every time China tries to invade another Asian country, Mother Earth just goes pushes them out
of here.
Like it happened in Japan like 3 times.
It's like antibodies.
Thailand, yeah.
The world said no. The immune system said no.
No.
Get out. No, they're doing all right. They're still buying up a ton of real estate. Building.
Wait, so that earthquake, wasn't that also in Myanmar?
Malaysia, Myanmar.
Oh, it was in Myanmar.
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was like a 7.8 earthquake.
Well, that soccer player that you met, you should have hit him with that.
Yeah, is everything
So
okay?
you're not enjoying Thailand. Well, would you rather be buried under rubble?
That it actually did happen after the earthquake. I could have,
You could have hit him with that.
Civil War and an earthquake. Aye.
Aye.
Should be enjoying Thailand. No, it was that was a blunder. But no, we went back to Bangkok eventually, and everything seemed pretty normal.
Wow.
To be honest,
So
not a huge blunder.
This is the second time that you've gone in like the last 2
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More enjoyable this time, or
it was a different kind of trip.
I
think the first time, were we potted by the first? No.
We were.
2023?
Yeah, because you bought me a pair of shorts from Thailand.
That's true. Yeah. And I got you more stuff this time around as well.
Yeah, you got me noodles.
I got noodles, and do you know what poison is? It's
Poison.
like the menthol thing you put in your nose to like get the. It's like a Vicks vapor rub.
Oh.
I got you. I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll talk about this later.
Oh, I love those. Yeah, they remind me of my dad.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why I went. It's the only reason why I go is to make you think about your dad. Just like the real White Lotus. Anyway, sorry, I keep bringing that up. But what was the question? What were you asking? 2 years ago, the trip.
Yeah, comparing this trip to your last trip to Thailand.
I feel the last trip was interesting because it was for a wedding. I was there for Anna and Audrey's wedding.
Right.
So there's a lot of like wedding activities to do.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed mainly in Bangkok. Right, it's like a few days in Yala, but it was mainly in Bangkok, and it wasn't a lot of family time for me. It was a lot of like, I had to just like hang out in Bangkok and do this wedding, which was fun. That was really cool. Like, I never really spent time doing touristy stuff in Bangkok like that, so it's cool. This time, it was a lot more family-oriented. I had to, like, travel around with my family. We were there for Qingming, which is, like...
Whoa.
Sorry. Learned some slurs when I was there. I'm bringing them back. Gotta teach these Americans some new slurs. No, it's, like, a Chinese, like, ceremony of death or something. And so I was there for that. I bounced around from like an island to the south.
All those deaths from the earthquake.
Yeah, it was pretty
Big
sad. Big Qingming. Big blunder. No, it was pretty chill. It was a lot of bouncing around and like doing family stuff. So
you have a lot of family in Thailand still?
Yeah, all my mom's side of the family's there.
Ah.
So a lot of family in
Wow.
Thailand.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw a lot of my cousins.
Do they beg you for American dollars?
Yeah, they were on their knees.
Well, that's why you go, right?
Yeah, to give them money?
No, for the... never mind.
No, tell me.
I don't want to... I was going to say so... Nah.
Sometimes I don't know where you're getting at. I want to.
It's been a while since we potted.
That's okay. I'm also still jet lagged. Been here since Wednesday. It's not Monday. How many days is that? 5 days. But it's really tough. Jet lag coming back is really rough.
How long is the flight?
The flight, like the trip, or the just like total flying. There's no direct flights.
I guess the trip.
The trip, like it's like a 20-hour ordeal.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sometimes in November 2023, it was 24 hours because we had a layover.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The longest flight that I've taken was probably like 8 hours.
To Seattle.
To Seattle and also to Costa Rica.
Oh, that's right. You didn't fuck with flying for a while.
Yeah, my childhood up to like after I graduated college, like I never really flew.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you still not like you don't like flying?
I like flying.
Okay.
Yeah, I just never did it. My parents didn't really travel.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn. You got to get out there, man. Flying on a plane for super long is really cool. Oh, I have a blunder from the plane.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is actually, it wasn't really my blunder, but I was in a row of 3, and the person in the aisle seat next to me was really like fat. Like he had a big, well, he wasn't fat, he had a huge belly, like a really big belly.
Yeah, some countries would call that fat. Some countries would call that fucking obesity.
Oh, yeah. So this was really sad to watch. But you know how like seats are getting narrower, like from in between each other. So when the trays came, the food trays, you're supposed to put your tray, like the tray down in front of you, and then put the food tray on top of that tray.
Oh no!
His belly was so big that the food tray it didn't fit. It would have been too angled for him to put it down flat.
Yeah.
So he had to just hold his tray and like eat the food, like with his hand, like holding the tray.
And he's in the middle seat?
No, he's in the aisle seat.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I do feel bad for that guy.
It was really rough to watch because like me and my girlfriend, we were sitting like just enjoying our meal like on like a makeshift table basically.
Wow. So you guys got food and entertainment.
Yeah, I was taking videos. I was posting on Twitter, being like, "Look at this guy."
Oh man.
Yeah, it was really weird. Also, he was like a strange guy. Like he had a bunch of. He was. I think he was going to
a loser back home, as I learned from White Lotus.
We flew into what country did we fly in? Hong Kong, Taipei. It was some random country. And I don't know if he went straight to Thailand. I didn't see him after because it was the flight to that connecting country.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I saw him. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
White guy?
What?
White guy?
White guy. White guy, really big. Had a bunch of like those Live Strong bands, but they were like not Live Strong. But he was still, like you see
those
people,
like those rubber.
Yes.
Wristbands.
And I was trying to read because like I feel like usually the people who wear those now are like God people. They wear like a lot of Jesus is saving you kind of like vibe.
Yeah.
But I couldn't read what they were. But he had a bunch of them.
Oh, maybe he was like a fat missionary.
This guy's vibe was off.
Uh-huh.
Then he pulls out
fat
his
missionary. That's the only sex position that fat guys could do.
Let's go. I don't know if they're doing. I think they're on the bottom, dude. I don't know if I don't think they can handle being on top. Anyway, this is also weird. He pulls out an iPad and he starts coloring like Paw Patrol. You know Paw Patrol?
I know Paw Patrol.
He was like, this grown man was just like,
whoa, this sounds like a real podophile.
Yes. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Whoa,
and
bro.
The only movies he watched were Disney movies.
Oh.
I was like, this guy is weird.
He's like a Disney adult.
It was weird. The vibes were weird.
Yeah, I'm guessing you didn't talk to him at all.
Not at all. Oh my God, no. Hell no.
And this was like a 20-hour flight.
Yeah, 15 hours. Yeah,
15 hours with this guy.
Yeah, and this was funny. He went to go to the bathroom, and I was like, I usually don't like to like make people move when I'm like, I wait for them to move, right? So he went up, and me and Lauren were like, oh, this is a perfect time. Let's go to the bathroom. So we like both got up, and I think. Or maybe like she got up and then she went to the bathroom, and apparently there was a woman who went into. So he went to the bathroom, right? And then he came out. Another woman tried to go into that bathroom. Came out and was like, "Dude, it's way too stinky in there." told Lauren, was like, "Yo, it's way too stinky in there. Don't go in there." I was like, yo,
not knowing that y'all were sitting next to the perpetrator.
Yes, yeah.
The poopatrator.
The poopatrator. So this guy was just weird.
Whoa,
he was a weird dude.
She's on poop patrol.
His vibe. Yeah, poop patrol. He's a weird guy.
Dude, oh my God, what a nuisance.
Yeah. Well, he didn't bother us in any way.
Yeah,
but
it was just
like,
his existence.
It was just like, there's something weird about this guy. I don't know what it is.
That is weird. What is the weirdest thing about him? Probably the Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That combined with all the bands he had. That was strange. Anyway, so yeah, that was a big blunder. I'm just like being like, I'm sitting next to a strange man. But, we survived. We got through.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I had another thought.
What are your highlights? Any highlights from the trip?
Yeah, we stayed on an island for 2 days, which was cool. It's very tropical. I mean, it's just like a resort on an island.
Yeah, isn't Thailand just like an island?
Thailand itself's not an island, but there's a lot of nice islands around
it.
Yeah, so we went to an island, hung out there. It was a short island trip,
Yeah.
Okay, I will say my family kind of fucked up. This is a blunder. All right, my family kind of fucked up. One, they didn't really tell me. They didn't really work with me at all with setting up the itinerary.
Oh.
Right, and I was like, you guys should talk to me. Like, I'm also part of this trip. You were literally just sending me places. It was literally just me and my girlfriend. They didn't come on the island with us. They like left us to go figure it out ourselves, which is fine. We figured it out. Not a big
like
deal.
a rite of passage.
Not a big deal. We figured it out. However, we spent 2 days on the island, and then after we boated to mainland, and we were in this town called Rayong, which is where one of my cousins live, right? And in my mind, I was like, oh, cool. I'll like hang out with my cousin for like a day, but like it turns out we were there for 2 days, right? And there's nothing really to do there.
Yeah.
This is like kind of like middle of America, Thailand. So I'm like, why did we?
Yeah, but you're on a beautiful island.
No, so we left the island.
Oh, never
We went
mind.
back to mainland.
Yeah.
So we're just like we're stuck on mainland for 2 days, and like basically middle Thailand, doing nothing.
Damn.
Then also like I was like, all right, maybe like my mom will be here like day 2, and like we'll hang out with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like 5 o'clock, and I called my mom, and she's like, "Oh, we're not coming till like 8." And I was like, "What?" And then she was like, "Yeah, we're also like not gonna eat dinner, so like you guys can just figure out dinner." And I was like, "What?" So you just left. Why did we spend 2 days here,
dude?
Like we should have talked about this. Pissed me off.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
great tour guides. Not very accommodating.
Literally, it was just us. Like we were alone. Like I was with my cousin. We had dinner, lunch together, and that's it.
Yeah. Do
Kind of a
they
bummer.
Do they get a lot of visitors? You think from the States? Your
Rayong.
family?
Wait, my family?
Yeah.
No, it's just literally
No?
my mom and me.
Oh, okay. Well, then they had
That's
no
it.
excuse then.
No excuse. Also, like,
because sometimes I get exhausted from when people visit me in New York. It's just like, oh, I gotta plan a whole trip for them.
dude. Well, that's the thing. I literally messaged him like, "Hey, let me know what you want. Like, you don't have to plan all of this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, let me plan some of this.
Oh, so there was some coordinating.
No, it's
And then he
literally
was like, no, please, let me do it.
That's
He,
literally like
bowed.
my family's like a little too like. You know how we were talking about like you have to sort of bully people into doing things in your
Yeah,
family?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
literally what they do. They're like, no, we know exactly what you want. Like they're so just used to just doing everything for everybody.
Right, yeah.
It's like I have interests. Like I want to do shit.
So they didn't let you plan at all, and you get there, and
No,
there
it
was
was
no
annoying.
plan.
No, exactly.
Wow.
It was so annoying. Mainly just this like one section of the trip,
Yeah.
but it's just like, why didn't we talk about this? Like I could have easily just stayed longer. I would have paid for like more of this like resort. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it was fine. But I don't know. That was a blunder. That was annoying. Because then we just spent the whole time like hanging out in the hotel room, and like we ordered food from Grab, which is like their Uber.
Grab.
Yeah,
Grob.
we Ubered food. Like it was, what are we doing?
Damn, man. I'm sorry they don't care about you.
It's all right. My family doesn't care about really anyone
They love
besides
me,
themselves.
though. If I went over there, I think they'd like
It would
me.
ate them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you're good with families, with Asian families.
I'm great with Asian families, bro.
Damn, dude.
I shook off the rust. I went to go visit my girlfriend's Asian mother.
You have family in the Philippines and Vietnam too, right?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean,
You really don't know?
I'm sure I have like some distant relatives that I've never talked to.
What?
Yeah, but no, both of my families.
Do they talk about your family members there?
Not that I can recall.
They've never mentioned family.
Dude,
This is why
they almost entirely moved to the United States, and I have big families on both sides.
Whoa.
And they all live here.
So you probably have like really periphery family
Yes.
members, like really extended,
Yeah,
like cousins of cousins.
Like if I went over there and then somebody told me they were related to me, I would assume that they were scammers.
Whoa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn. So there's no
I'd assume they're podcast fans.
there's no like, hey, this is our neighborhood that like we have a house in. There's none of that.
I mean, maybe they can show me where my parents grew up,
Whoa.
but I don't know how much like property or how much presence my family has in their homelands.
Do you want to go back with your family, like with your parents?
Yeah, it's a dream, but I probably won't.
Would you go back by yourself?
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
go back like with myself, and maybe I would go with my cousins.
Would you prefer to go with your cousins over your parents?
Good question. I would prefer to go with my cousins because that would be more fun, but
Right.
I think it would be more dutiful to go with like my parents.
Have your cousins been back?
Uh-uh.
Really? No one.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't give an F.
Well, my cousins
So
were
weird.
born in the Dominican Republic.
Whoa. What the hell?
Yeah, most of my cousins were born in the Dominican Republic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, now they live in America?
Yeah. Well, my cousins.
Do they speak Spanish?
I think they used to.
Wow, full
But no
circle,
longer
baby.
speak Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my uncle went to like medical school or something in the DR.
That's
and
a
then
thing. That's a thing.
while he was studying down there, a few of my cousins were born, and then
Whoa. So they had Dominican Republic, DR citizenship?
Maybe.
Whoa.
Well, I think they flew back to the States to birth their kids.
Oh, I see.
So they are American citizens through and through.
Oh,
but-
okay.
But they grew
so
up-
they were in the
they
U.S.
grew up in the
first.
DR. Yeah.
They were U.S. first, and then he went to medical school. He flew to medical school.
Yeah.
Okay, in my mind, he went from Southeast Asia to medical school.
Oh, right. I can see why you would think that based
Sorry.
on how I told that story.
Yeah. Glad you saw the fault in your words.
Yeah.
Not
But,
my logic.
But yeah. No, I don't think I have a lot of family there. I would love to go with my cousins. I think that would be a fun trip. I
Yeah.
feel like I should go with my dad.
Yeah. Damn.
If I took my mom to the Philippines, I don't really think she was so young whenever she left.
Oh,
I don't
true,
know
true.
If she
I
would
forget
really
about that.
recognize or appreciate it.
Or care, yeah.
So I just want to take her. My grandma though,
You
that
leave her.
it would be cool to take my grandma back there.
Yeah. Does she talk
She's getting
about
kinda old.
does she yearn about the past?
I don't know. Like last time I saw her, she told me her whole life story, and that was nice.
Okay.
But I don't know how she feels about like living there now. I don't know if she has any delusion of like a better life there. Because I don't think that it would be better. She would have no community.
Right.
All her family, everybody she knows is here. But my mom the other day was like, "Oh, I just wish that my mom could live the rest of her life in the Philippines and be happy." I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. It's not like it's not like heaven.
Yeah, I wonder if she
My grandma's also addicted to shabu.
What's
So
that?
that'd be a huge.
Is that gambling?
No, shabu is like the big drug in the Philippines and Japan.
Wait, is this for real?
No.
Okay, I was like,
Never mind. It doesn't make any sense. That joke would take in-depth knowledge of like
of the
Of, like,
Filipino culture.
Filipino like politics and like their drug crisis there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we talked about this briefly on the pod.
They
This
kill
sounds-
people.
This sounds familiar.
They kill people
For shabu.
for
The trade of shabu.
suspected drug use.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We sort of talked. Isn't this like something political? Like the president ran on this platform or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duterte.
Yeah.
But anyways, who
The
my
war on
grandma was
drugs.
a big supporter of.
Duterte.
Yeah. But
Damn.
anyways, what were we talking about?
Thailand family. I don't know. I'm pretty jet lagged still.
Yeah.
I'm pretty zoned out.
What did I do? Oh, I went to Seattle.
You went
I
to Seattle. How was
To go
Seattle?
rough it up with my girlfriend's Japanese mom, Mama-san.
Whoa, we're all seeing our family members. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I guess not really your family, but family members.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was cool. That was good.
What do you think of Seattle? You've never been, right?
Never been to Seattle. Never been to the Pacific Northwest.
Nice.
Hey, Seattle, just fine.
Is it hard to get around? Do you need a car in Seattle?
I think so. Yeah, you definitely need a car. At least
hate
from
that.
where we were. Yeah.
I hate a car-centric city. Ugh,
Yeah.
makes me sick.
You know the stereotype about Seattle about like how there's high suicide rates?
I didn't know that, but sure.
Okay, well, for some reason I heard that stereotype. Apparently, it's not true.
Oh,
Yeah.
at all. Oh, is it because it's like rainy there all the time?
Yeah, and I think maybe Kurt Cobain had something to do with
My
it.
first thought was like, there's a lot of Japanese people there. Is that
They
why?
they love suicide.
They love it.
They do love suicide.
into it.
They got the forest.
Yeah.
They got the harakiri.
Yeah.
Saputo. So much suicide in
Yeah.
Japanese.
You just said all those words wrong. Did you realize that? I hope your
I said forest wrong.
girlfriend's Japanese.
Yeah. I'm
It's
sorry.
forest.
How do you say it?
Seppuku?
What did I say? Saputo.
At first I thought you were joking. I was like, I don't know if he's actually
Seppuku. What's the other one?
Harajuku. No, that's a girl. Wait, no, that is the right word.
I think I got harakiri from.
Harukiri. Yes,
I
that's
think
the
I
right
got
one.
it from Mortal Kombat.
Harajuku is the girl. Harikiri is the suicide.
All right, so we're both 1 for 2.
Okay, we're all right.
1 for 2.
Okay,
right,
we're back.
Yeah.
So you thought Seattle was just okay. Did you know that there's like an underground Seattle? Did we talk about this?
No.
Okay, so Seattle had like...
You're telling me there was a whole part of my trip
Dude,
that I would have loved to see that I didn't get to see.
So there was a whole city of Seattle, and then it burnt down or something. But then they instead of like leveling it, they just built on top of it. So you can like literally take underground tours of like there's like buildings downstairs underground.
Oh, but it's not like a operating city.
No.
Seattle.
It's like a ghost town.
Oh,
but it looks crazy because you're like literally under. It's like dark, and it's just like that's a salon. That's like a bar. It's like weird.
Oh, okay. Well, that's horrifying.
Yeah, it's a little spooky.
Yeah, I don't think I would want.
But it's kind of sick.
Have you seen that?
I've seen it on my social medias.
Oh,
the reels, the TikToks. I've seen that.
Oh my God, my girlfriend's haunted.
You probably brought back a ghost.
Yeah.
But so when they were constructing it, this is crazy. When they're constructing it, they couldn't cross the street, so they had to use long ladders to like get from one part of the town to another part.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty crazy. There's like a lot of crazy pictures of like long ladders from like down Seattle to like up Seattle.
Wow.
It's weird.
What a silly city.
God, we gotta go back.
I saw the Fremont Troll.
What's that?
I don't know. It's like a rock troll under the Fremont Bridge.
It's like a statue?
Yeah. I can show you a photo. It's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Big. What else did I see? I saw Pike Place Market.
Nice. Get a fish. You see those fucking crazy fish people there?
Yeah, where they throw the fish.
Yeah, they throw the fish.
Yeah, I did see that.
That was a huge part of my algorithm, like 2021, of all those fish people, like gutting fish, talking about fish. And they're all the Pike Place Seattle fish people.
That's pretty cool. I like
they
fish.
They were really smart about it. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the gum wall.
Oh, did you put your gum there?
Dude, I was taking
gross.
a video. I was pretending to I was going like I was gonna lick one of the gums on the gum wall.
Yeah.
And this lady saw me. She goes, "Ew, don't do that. Don't lick the gum.
That's gross.
I'm not gonna fucking do it.
You're in public."
Yeah. She said it just like that. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
You're bringing shame to society. You're a bad guy. I hate when people are like, dude, mind your own business.
Mind your own business.
Let me be sick.
If I wanted to eat that gum, mind your own business.
Let me destroy my immune system. Who cares?
What else? Oh, I went on a hike.
That seems very Seattle.
Yeah.
Did it rain? That's so Seattle.
The very last day it did rain.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You got the whole experience. You see the first Starbucks?
I did.
You know it's bad when like...
Okay, I'm going to be frank.
Okay.
Seattle's kind of boring.
I'll be art. Just stupid. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
He said, I'm going to be frank. I said, I'll be art.
I've never used that. I've never used that phrase before.
It's
I'll be frank.
But
you know what? You know why I'm using that phrase? It's because I was in Seattle.
You have to.
Elia's stepdad is white, and he was saying, like, I just noticed he had, like, white phrases for everything.
Oh.
It's kind of cool.
Like howdy.
No, he said one of the ones that stuck out was you're never late for a ferry, you're just early for the next one.
Love it.
So endearing.
I love it. Tucked his polo into his jeans.
Yeah.
Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Seattle, nice city. I
just wait 10 minutes and the weather will change.
Not very exciting.
Sure.
It
seems like a very normal town. Just like a normal, just chill.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
Take
Amazon.
Yeah, take a regular American city.
Yeah.
Kind of a cookie cutter city.
Yeah.
Now add gray clouds.
You did a show there.
Yeah. That's where I learned the term Seattle freeze.
Did it freeze over?
No, do you know that term?
No.
It's a term that describes the coldness of Seattleites. Apparently they're known for being very like antisocial and like cold to each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
There was a guy from Denver, he was so angry.
Do you think this is true?
The Seattle freeze?
Wait, a guy from Denver who had the Seattle
he was like,
freeze?
I don't know, the headliner Korean Ontario.
Yeah.
Just kind of butchered his name, but really funny comment.
Mr. Kareem.
Yeah. During his set, this guy from Denver just started like yelling. I mean, he was called
about
upon.
the Seattle
Yeah,
freeze?
he was like, "Oh, I've been here for 2 fucking days. All these fucking people are like so cold, you know.
What the hell?
Everybody's unfriendly.
Do you feel
probably because you talk like that?
Because you suck. Yeah.
It's probably because you're an angry guy.
It's like if everyone's the asshole, maybe you're the asshole.
But he was like, the fucking Seattle freeze, and I wouldn't have believed him, but all the Seattleites there, including my girlfriend, was like, yep, that's a thing.
You know what I realized? I feel like New Yorkers have a similar thing that they like take pride in being like angry. Right. But then you meet them, you're like, you're not. No one's angry. You know what I mean? Like this isn't like a thing. You're just saying this because you think it sounds cool to be like tough.
Edgy,
yeah. But it's like you want to be angry, but you're not. Like, everyone's just normal.
Yeah. I don't.
You have a normal amount.
Maybe in our time, it's not really that much of a thing anymore. Yeah. But when people describe New Yorkers as like edgy or angry, I feel like that's different from what they were describing Seattle.
Self-freeze.
Yeah, because that seemed like they were
like
cold.
an angst.
Yeah,
they have like
dismissive.
They're like emo.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I've never been to Seattle, but my mom is thinking about moving there.
Really?
Yeah, she has a lot of friends there. There's a huge Thai population there. Speaking of,
I've heard that. She'd probably like it.
Yeah, she has a lot of friends there. It's close to Thailand, so she can like fly back over.
Close to Thailand.
It's close to Thailand. No, it's
like
true.
12 hours.
Yeah,
I guess it's closer than Nebraska.
I mean, her flight's literally 24 hours. There's no direct.
Wow. Cool.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
She should move to Seattle, and then your mom will be friends with my
girlfriend's mom.
Yeah.
Does your girlfriend's mom need friends? My mom is very friendly. She's desperate for friends. She has no friends in Omaha,
I don't know if
Nebraska.
she needs friends, but I mean, friends would be appreciated. I don't know her well enough to.
Wow, it sounds
to
like
assume.
Sounds like a terrible time meeting her. Look, if I was there, I'd be like, yo, so like,
I got to meet
what's your biggest fear?
a little village of people, you know, like
a little village of people.
Yeah,
she live in the woods. What the hell?
She does live in the woods.
Does she actually?
Well, I mean, Seattle is the woods. It's a city in the woods.
Was the hike like nice? Was it like a beautiful hiking town?
Yeah, the hike was nice. I'm not much of a hike person, so you know, it was a hike. It was very green.
Was it a tough hike?
No. Hikes aren't that tough.
They can be.
It's a walk.
No, but there's like levels of hikes.
I sprinted it. I brought my camera. I was running to get
Your girlfriend's
shots.
like, he's such a New Yorker.
I got good shots, bro. Yeah, because I was hustling on that hike.
Why were you hustling?
Hikes are too easy.
No, they can be hard. I've been on a hard hike.
Maybe if you're a
I've been on a hike.
Seattle.
I've been on hikes where my calves started cramping up, but I had to really sit for an hour.
Bro, your calves cramp up podcasting.
Yeah, after playing intense games of soccer with refugee.
We had to stop
Myanmar.
the pod from your calf cramps.
Yeah, because I go crazy hard sometimes
on your hikes.
Yes, you wouldn't get it. You're going on normal, boring hikes.
Yeah, I don't think I could live in Seattle.
I don't think you can really. Do you think where could you live? I feel like New York's the only place you could live. Realistically,
New York. I could probably L.A. I could go back to Texas.
What? This is interesting. What?
Kind of like Chicago.
What makes a city livable for you? Culture?
Just like
things to do, comedy.
Things to do. Yeah, probably comedy. Probably like
food.
Food.
I feel like Seattle has a pretty decent food scene. No?
Nah.
Really?
That's okay.
Wow.
Okay, I was looking up like.
Out.
Okay, well, answer me this. Like, what? Yeah. You're going to Seattle tomorrow. What's the first thing you want to eat?
Like fish.
Oh, good answer.
What were you gonna? What's another answer?
I don't know. Nothing really came to mind.
I was thinking like Japanese food's probably pretty good there.
They do have teriyaki that's good there.
They literally have a famous fish market.
Dispelled my argument.
Did you eat any fish there?
20 seconds. Yeah, we got a lot of seafood.
Was it good?
Yeah, Leah's family took me out on a little island. Yeah, I went on a little island trip too.
Okay,
took the ferry, the Washington ferry.
Nice.
And then we ate some seafood, which was nice.
Nice.
We got oysters. I can't really tell the difference between oysters.
Me neither. I think it all tastes like the sea.
Yeah,
like
they're all just different shapes and sizes, but they kind of look the same.
Some are fishier. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But it's a level, like, I don't know if, like, fishiness is an oyster taste. Like, it just tastes fishy. It tastes oceany.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We should clip that without the oyster part and just let people assume what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's like really wet.
Different, you know, they're all kind of the same, different shapes and sizes.
You gotta like slurp it.
Kind of fishy smelling.
Yeah, it's fishy smelling.
Who are we talking about?
You can like fit in your palm, like it's about that size. You gotta slurp it with your mouth. You gotta really get in there with your lips and stuff. I don't know. Did you have it? Did you shuck it? Like you ate it from the shell?
No, they came out pre-shucked.
But you just ate it from the shell, right?
From the shell, yeah.
Did you put anything on it? Hot sauce, horseradish?
Yeah, I tried it all. I tried the horseradish. I tried the cocktail sauce.
What's it called? A carousel? A balloon of oyster? What's it called? Like the wheel? A roulette? Is that a thing? I don't know.
Platter? I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ate a lot of oysters in New Orleans. Big oyster city.
I like Gulf Coast oysters.
They're all fine.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're good.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, people swear by like Northeast oysters or
not as
Pacific
good.
Oysters.
No.
Gulf Coasts are huge. They're Man, I miss the Gulf of America.
Do you think he's actually gonna? Oh, this is a fun blunder that happened to me on Saturday. Speaking of Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay, can I interject with a note real quick?
Yeah.
If we talk about Trump today, we have to put this podcast out like ASAP, because the last episode that we did, we talked about that Signal group chat leak.
Oh, it was like weeks later.
We put the episode out like 3 weeks after it happened.
That's
so it just
really
looks like we're
funny.
completely out of touch.
We are out of touch. We are a little bit. That's really funny.
We talked about it before it hit major news.
Oops. Anyway, whatever. Who cares? Okay, so this will come out next week. That's pretty timely, right? Yeah, this is timely because literally this happened to me on Saturday.
In a week, we will have been nuked.
It wouldn't matter. Our 20 listeners aren't going to care.
Our country is going to look like Myanmar in a week.
We're going to have to move somewhere to play our own little soccer games ourselves. Okay, so basically my phone was kind of old, right? Not like super old, but I was like, probably like a year or two left.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but like the tariffs are going to hit, right? These tariffs are going to like make my phone be expensive. This is Saturday. Literally Saturday. April 12th. April 12th. Yeah. Okay, important for the information because you can fact check me on this. Mm-hmm. April 12th in the morning, I was like, I should just get a new phone now before the tariffs hit, right? So I went online. I like spent a bunch of money to get a new phone, upgrade early, all that shit, right? Like $300. I dropped like $300 that day. Literally an hour later, breaking news. Trump says, oh, tariffs don't apply for smartphones. Literally an hour later.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Wait, I don't understand.
He got my ass.
When you bought your phone, the tariffs were already implemented. You were afraid they were going to get worse.
Well, they were implemented, but there's still like stock supply.
Oh, I see.
Right.
I see. Yeah,
so like you could get a phone because like Apple bought like I mean like people just had they didn't hit, the prices didn't hit yet.
I gotcha.
Right. So I was like, oh, I should get on it now before like, because like in a year or so when my old phone dies, like it's gonna shoot up. Right. So then literally an hour later I was like, he was like, hey, sorry, don't actually worry about it. And I'm like, dude, now it's
got you again.
Now it's personal, Trump.
He got you again.
Now I'm mad. Before I was chilling. But now I regret voting for you. So like now,
would you have gotten it cheaper if you waited?
I think it would have been the same price. It just wouldn't be more expensive. That's the thing.
But you felt forced to buy a phone whenever you didn't need to yet.
Because I didn't want to like a year later like spend like an extra $200 or $300 or whatever.
Man, that's crazy.
It really fucking annoyed me. I
met a MAGA guy out in Seattle. I had a conversation with a MAGA guy.
Did you guys talk about MAGA stuff?
Yeah, we talked about like the tariffs and all that.
Was he like, this is good for America?
Yeah, he was pro tariffs. He was pro trade war, and I learned something about arguing with those guys. Is they're really good at like slightly changing the subject.
Oh yeah.
Into something like kind of off topic, like kind of peripheral, but something that they know a lot about. And then they just start rattling you with facts, and then they overwhelm you.
That's like what Ben Shapiro does.
Yeah,
that's like how he argues. Yeah,
and then like you can't argue anymore because they've sort of
it's a whole different thing. Yeah.
their muck.
Yeah. There's a word for that in debating. I forgot what it's called, but that's like literally a tactic.
Really?
Yeah, to just be like, oh, but like this thing that's sort of tangentially related, and then like get you kind of off track, and then now
it works really well.
You're arguing about something else now.
Yeah, it works really well on.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I'm assuming it's a he.
You don't know? Yeah, it was a he. Yeah.
Yeah. So he did this.
Yeah.
Whoa! Did you guys like argue?
No, it wasn't. I couldn't argue with him because I had to like be civil.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I would love to talk to him about these tariffs because fucking Trump was like, "Hey, technology and smartphones, you don't get tariff." Like, dude, what then? Does he support that now? Like, does he support Trump now? You know what I mean? Like, is he gonna bend now? You know, like just whatever Trump wants.
I thought about that.
No spine, dude.
Well, his whole point was like, we need to be tough on China.
That's what I'm saying. But not really.
Yeah. Well, we can't.
No, I'm just like, I just support whatever my president does. It's like, dude, you don't even care.
But they don't
care.
They don't care. It's backwards. It's not It's not that Trump parrots their economic views. It's the other way. They're forced to learn economics because.
Yeah.
They need to argue for their boy.
Dude, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
It really pisses me off. Just tariffs? Is that all you talked about?
Well, another thing is the news was on in the background.
Yeah.
And there was some like attack on some trans woman in Seattle.
Classic.
And then he goes, fake news.
Oh, my God.
And I laughed. But then I was like, wait, this is the local news.
Yeah, why would it also what?
It's like, even if it was fake news, you could just go down the street and verify it for yourself. You know what I mean? It's not
also,
that
just
hard.
Like weird fake news. There's other news you could fake.
Why would local news be fake?
Yeah.
The weather comes on afterwards. I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's
Jew
fake.
weather.
They're controlling it. Dude, that's so. This guy's. Oh, he pissing me off.
Nice guy though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Could you be friends with him?
I am friends with him.
What?
Yeah.
Did we talk? We talked about this. Like, if you could be friends with a MAGA person.
Yeah, they have skills that I don't have. You know, they're able to bring something to the table. Huh?
Like what? Being annoying.
Hiking.
Okay. Expert hikers.
Yeah.
Damn, this is crazy. Is this guy also a conspiracy guy?
Yes.
Whoa. Did you guys talk about that?
No, I should have. That would have been less combative.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like that would still make you combative. You'll probably say something, you'd be like, what are you talking about? You know? Like, you'll just say something so crazy that you're like, huh?
Well, one thing that he said about... Here's the thing. Like, if we were to debate about flat Earth,
yeah,
that's fine. That doesn't affect, like, my grandma's retirement. You know what I mean? Like, flat Earth... Okay. Like, I don't need empathy from a flat earther. You know? It doesn't affect, like, actual policy.
Yeah, but I feel like it can. It always like leads to it. Like it can like lead to things to being like, well, I actually don't actually believe in like the science of climate change. You know, like I can see like how a flat Earth person would be like, well, if the Earth is flat, science actually doesn't work this way, and like we actually shouldn't be into science as it is, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, well then I guess flat earthers are bad people.
Yeah, this guy should be killed.
I never thought about that.
No, but you're right. I mean, sometimes it's just like they're just into conspiracy. I feel like back in the day, you can just like a conspiracy, and it's not political. It's just like, dude, maybe JFK was killed. No, I guess that's a bad example because he was the president.
Yeah,
but it could be like moon
landing was fake.
Yeah, something
vaguely
like that.
Political.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, Stanley Kubrick had clues. Like it was like a fun mystery back in the day.
Right.
Now it's all like, dude, it goes back to the fucking government, like
the Illuminati and the Freemasons.
Yeah.
And the adrenochrome.
I feel like
what it's called
the adrenochrome.
The remember when they were saying Democrats were drinking like babies' blood?
Yeah,
to give them strength.
Pizzagate.
Yeah,
remember that?
That's so. That conspiracy is funny because the conspiracy is that Democrats are drinking blood for strength and like immortality. Yeah. But then you see the Democrats on C-SPAN.
There's no way.
And then they're like, there's nothing we can do legally. We're bound. We're tied up.
Dude, I think like Bernie Sanders needs blood. Like, he looks frail, dude.
Yeah.
His liver, his kidneys are failing. That guy's an old man. Like, yeah, there's no way these guys are taking any blood from anybody. This happened to me. I cried on the plane for the first time.
That guy was that fat, huh?
Yeah, I was like, please. Help me.
This poop smelled that bad, huh?
Nah, I watched a movie that really made me bawl a few times.
Oh, yeah, let's get into it. What was the movie?
Dude, it was called How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies.
Fuck, I want to see that movie.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Dude.
Where does it take place
It's
in?
it's in Thailand.
That's what I thought.
It's about Ching Ming.
Whoa, bro, you gotta stop
Yo,
saying that.
no, dude. I can say it. No, it's literally like I thought so much about my family after it was on the way back. I thought so much about my family. I was like,
Yeah,
I was weeping.
Did it make you forgive them for ruining your trip?
Nah, I will never forgive them for that.
How to make 10,000?
How to make
before grandma
millions.
dies?
How to make millions.
Million bots?
Yeah, just money. How to make money, basically.
Wow.
But it's like I think you'll really like it.
I would like it.
It's really good. It's like it's very sweet. It's very sad, but it also just like it's just about family. It's just like a movie about family. It's just so good.
Oh, bro, I don't think I could take another one of those.
It really like. Have you seen The Farewell?
Yeah.
It's that, but better. It's a better Farewell.
The Farewell, the trailer made me cry. But then the
Yeah.
movie I was so bored.
The movie, The Farewell is a worse. Like The Farewell should have been this.
Right, I see. Yeah.
This is like so wholesome and so heartwarming and just like it's just about like. Do you know the premise of it?
How to make millions before grandma dies? I assume a grandma's about to die and then
Yeah.
need to make $1 million.
So basically, it's like a selfish kid,
Oh.
like tries to be the grandma's favorite kid, so he can get like an inheritance. But like he just learns to like what it means to like love your grandma. Like it's so sweet.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
literally so
Dude,
sweet.
I can't, bro. I can't.
I cried multiple. I was like the whole movie. I was basically like just crying.
Are you like a regular movie crier?
I will.
Me too. Yeah,
I
if
will.
it's like family shit, I'll cry.
But yeah, I had to like blow my nose like a bunch. Like I was just like, it was literally one of my favorite movies I've seen this
Wow.
year. It's so good.
Dude, I'm just imagining you fucking sobbing. And this dude next to you is coloring Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
What's this guy's problem?
Yeah, what
This
the
fucking
hell?
weirdo.
Yeah, I'm the weirdo. Yeah, you should watch. I think you'd really like it.
I want to watch it. It got like rave reviews.
Yeah, I think it won Asian Film Fest Movie of the Year last year
Wow.
in New York. Actually,
Wow.
yeah, it was like audience voted favorite or something.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I recommend it to anyone who is not. If you want to get into Asian cinema, great movie to start because there's a lot of Asian stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of Asian stuff, did you read my script?
I printed it out today. I literally
Nice.
I was gonna read it on the plane, but I one completely forgot, and two I wanted a paper copy. I wanted to actually
I know.
read it.
I remember you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
But
okay.
it's literally in my backpack right now. I'm gonna read it on the train.
Nice. I've updated it.
3.0.
It's no longer current, but it's still pretty close.
Oh, you've since updated it?
Just a little bit. 'Cause
Oh my
I
God.
got some feedback on it, so I had to like update it.
Okay.
But it's still the bare bones of it is still.
All right, I'll read it for the bare bones.
Dude, I cried recently.
Oh.
at that fucking show, Adolescence. Have you seen?
Oh,
it?
I've heard good things.
Oh, bro.
Good show.
It was good. The ending, the last episode, I was not expecting it to be an emotional wrecking ball.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like some like Law and Order shit, but like
Oh, Adolescence is like the kid who got murdered by another kid.
yeah,
Right? Yeah,
this
yeah,
kid
I remember now. Yeah.
murders a girl
Right.
allegedly.
Right.
I don't want to give away any spoilers.
Right.
But dude, yeah, I watched it with my girlfriend, and then I was just like, oh, she's gonna see me.
Hey, your girlfriend can see you. It's okay.
uh,
Girls like that. Apparently.
Lauren, did you like it on the plane?
Cry, yeah. Nah, she was on her iPad drawing Paw Patrol as well. And I was in the middle of two Paw Patrol heads just crying.
Oh man.
When's the last time you cried before that? You don't cry often at things, right?
I cry at movies.
Yeah, me too.
Last time I cried before that, it's probably been a while.
Me too. So this is like a nice.
It's like catharsis.
Yeah.
You know?
So I've had discussions with a lot of my guy friends about crying as guys.
Yeah.
And one of my friends thinks that crying during a movie or like a book or something doesn't count. That's not actual crying.
Why?
Because it's like you had help. It's not like you thinking about your life or like something happened in your life and you're crying.
Who is this sociopathic crier?
I mean, I'll tell you after, but
You're like crying. You taste your tears. That's not a real. That's not a real
That's
cry.
not really. Like, come on.
You taste your tears. Yeah, that is a book-induced cry.
Not enough salt. Tears have like there's like dopamine in tears. Like there's endorphins in tears.
Really?
Yeah, there's like literal like good hormones in your tears. Isn't that weird? It's meant to feel good to cry. Isn't that weird?
But wouldn't that be like dopamine leaving your body?
I think it's like it's supposed to be on your body.
Oh, or maybe. Oh, okay. It's
supposed to
like
be
a topical.
It's supposed to like get in your mouth and shit. I feel like tears are always when I cry. I'm like getting tears and I'm like eating my tears. They're like rolling down perfectly into my mouth.
This is what you were doing on the plane?
Yeah. The attendant's like, "You want water? You want? I got
I'm good.
I got plenty."
Yeah, just a cup of ice, please.
yeah. Just get it. Put it.
I'll
in my
take
face.
care of the rest.
Yeah, you should watch that movie. That was great.
I want to watch it.
Do you recommend Adolescence? The premise doesn't wow me. I'm like, eh.
It's good. I mean, it's like a modern twist on that same old story,
Okay.
of
Like
children
grieving
murdering
family.
other children.
Okay.
No, it's like it touches on like the manosphere and how kids have to grow up with that and dealing with the internet and cyberbullying,
Right.
like all these themes of like growing up as a teen today,
Right.
and like what masculinity means to like Gen Z or whatever. And it is kind of interesting. I mean, my brother is that age, so the whole time I was just imagining him murdering a young woman. It's like,
he is on social media. He's gonna get bullied into oblivion.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm afraid of. It's like fuck,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, does he have to deal with this?
Maybe. I don't think kids should have phones until they're like 18, like smartphones.
Yeah, if I had my own kid, I would just keep him in a basement. No, I would try and shield them a little bit from all this social media bullshit and like just this technological hacking into your brain.
Right.
You know?
I just watched a video today on a guy who locked up his phone for 30 days.
Really?
Yeah, it was a great video.
Oh, I saw that video. It was the same guy who reviewed all the
Yeah,
Olive
Eddie
Garden
Burback.
stuff. Yeah.
Did you watch the video?
I watched like the 15 minutes of it, then I went
Got
back
bored.
to scrolling on Instagram.
It was great. I thought it was really good. I
Yeah.
loved the video
Yeah,
because it was about like the inconveniences of not having a phone.
right.
But I mean, it's everything what you'd expect. Where it's just like, but yeah, then you start to just like be in the moment. You start just like embracing the silence, and like you just realize that like, oh, maybe like I do just like enjoy looking at like, I don't know, the cracks of a sidewalk. It's like kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I deleted Instagram off my phone.
I know. How's that going?
Going well.
Do you feel changed?
I feel centered. I'm reading more.
This is actually real. This is what he was saying. He's like, yeah, I read way more. I'm like enjoying movies more because it's like not like he never checked his phone during a movie, but like the feeling of a phone, the thought of a phone was like in his brain.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's enjoying small things way more,
Mm-hmm.
but not even like an exciting way. Just like where like he feels more connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I just have more of a tolerance for like being bored or
Wow.
inconvenient feelings.
Right.
You know, like if I ever had just a twinge of anxiety, I would just like compulsively take out my phone and scroll through Instagram.
He did say that like the boredom thing is real. Like he's just like I'm just kind of bored all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you need to be bored.
Yeah, he was like to fully embrace boredom is a good thing.
Yeah.
To know how to be bored.
Yeah. And I also think, for creative people like us podcasters.
Yeah, real creative.
I think if you allow your brain to get bored,
Yeah.
your body will balance itself out and try to entertain
Entertain
itself.
yourself. Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where you can be like creative.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I just stare at the wall until I bang out a script for Art to print out and never read.
It's literally
I'm
my
joking. I'm kidding.
I'll read it in like a month or two or maybe like a year.
Yeah.
When I get around to it, I have a bunch of other things I want to read first.
But yeah, man.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to be back. We start wrapping this up, I guess.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be
Would
back.
you go back to Thailand anytime soon?
I already miss it. I love Thailand.
Oh, dude, I want to go.
You should come next time. if
Yeah,
you
we
want.
should go.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't ask for... So the sort of caveat of going and my family planning everything,
Yeah.
they kind of pay for everything. It's kind of nice.
Nice.
Just chill. I don't ask them to pay. They just do it. And I'm literally like, I will pay. Like, I'm like trying to give them money. And of course, they bully me into being like, you're fucked up for giving us money.
Sorry, buddy. You're not going to get your grandmother's inheritance that way.
I know. Well, she's already dead, so.
Oh.
I did get some gold, but my mom took it straight from my hands.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, during Qingming, you get every year, when you celebrate their death, they have gifts for their offspring. Like their kids and their kids' kids. So I actually got like gold from my grandma who's dead. But my mom literally, I like opened it up. My mom's like, "Oh, cool. I'll take that." I was like, "All right."
Wait, how old were you when she died?
She died like maybe 4 years ago.
Oh, you were old enough for that gold. You could have.
Oh yeah.
You could have had that.
Well,
gold.
what am I gonna do with gold? My mom's keeping it for her. I trust her. Whatever. Also, mom, if you want the money, take it. I don't care.
Wow.
It's fine. Use the gold. Buy something nice.
Yo, let's go to Thailand.
I would love to go to Thailand. It's awesome. The food is you would love the food.
I know.
So
Let's go in
good.
2 years.
It's fun.
I want
It's
to go
cool.
to Thailand. I want to go to Japan, Vietnam,
Nice.
Philippines, Southeast Asia.
You should just take a year off.
Korea, I'll skip.
The place is a mess anyway.
Yeah. China, no
China
interest.
China seems sick. I'm convinced. I'm getting a lot of pro-China TikTok, and I'm like, this place looks sick. I want to go.
You got a lot of pro-China on the pro-China app?
Yeah. And let me tell you, it works, and I don't care. I'm there. Dude, I show Speed. You know who that guy is?
Yeah.
Speed's there, my boy.
I like that guy.
That dude rocks.
I like that guy. I like Kai Cenat.
Yeah, Kai's cool.
Yeah.
All big soccer people. Get on the game, baby.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for listening. Catch you on the next one.
See you in 3 weeks.
See you in 3 weeks. We'll talk about something not topical at all. Or too topical. Or you know what I mean.